Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your boy Krebsy Crypto, and for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to mine the coin Monero just right at home on your home computer, or XMR if you know it that way as well. This is probably one of the easiest coins to mine at home, as in the actual CPU and GPU algorithm. It's the one you're going to make the most profit on for say, even with older PCs themselves. If you look back at my unminable videos, that's what you're mining on unminable and it converts to other coins. But I'm going to show you how to directly mine Monero so you can get a part of it yourself. But first, I'm just going to quickly go over a quick few facts about Monero and like what makes it different than like Bitcoin and other coins themselves. So I got this idea to make this video by scrolling through some news articles about like cryptocurrency and GPU mining and CPU mining. And this article from CNBC TV 18, I know I might get some hate just using CNBC, but they suggested that mining Monero is probably the easiest and best way for mining cryptocurrency at home. And I do have to agree after reading the article and doing more research. I already knew Monero was a really good CPU friendly coin, like I've mentioned in other videos before too. Even using older computers themselves, you could still mine Monero and convert it to other coins or just directly mine it. But like I said, I'm gonna show you how to directly mine it. So what makes Monero different than like Bitcoin and other things is this is a privacy coin, so it can't really be traced back to anything, and you fully stay anonymous. Unlike like Bitcoin and other ones, it kind of has a blockchain history, and you can go back and trace where every transaction goes, and that's how people find out about things and all that. I'm not saying to go ahead and use Monero for bad intentions or anything, but if you want to stay true to the actual cryptocurrency theory and behind and staying anonymous and staying like hidden, Monero is probably the way to do it. And the rewards of Monero is a little bit different than when it comes to like Bitcoin, and same with the cap itself and like how many coins you get. So as of January 2021, miners receive 1.26 XMR, which is Monero, for every block they add to the blockchain. So every block that they find. And a new block is mined every 2 minutes, depending on your CPU and GPU. Obviously, I'm not saying you're going to go and find a block right away using like any CPU. You still have to have some pretty powerful CPUs to find blocks, but you don't have to have high-end equipment in order to actually make a profit with Monero. This can amount to around 45 cents to $1 in profitability per day in a mining system. So if you have a proper CPU or GPU mining system set up, you can actually turn a profit with Monero, obviously depending on your power. But in theory, if you're not paying that much of power, like 10 cents or whatever it is per kilowatt, you're still going to turn a profit. Usually, coins have a circulation hard cap. For example, Bitcoin has a limited supply of 21 million coins. Once Bitcoin reaches this hard cap, miners will no longer receive new coins for producing new blocks, which will kind of deter the Bitcoin mining in a sense. I'm not sure if you're still going to get rewarded in a small sense. They will only receive the fees attached to each transaction. So miners will only receive a small like amount of fees depending on the size of the transaction. But Monero, on the other hand, does not have a hard cap. So it is programmed so that once circulation reaches the 18 million mark, miners will earn a fixed reward of 0.6 XMR or Monero infinitely. So like till the end of time, you're always going to get 0.6 XMR depending like once it hits the 18 million mark. This is called tail emission and is designed to keep miners motivated. So you're still going to earn somewhat of money and somewhat of a reward, and it's to keep miners going and actually keep the blockchain rolling itself, unlike Bitcoin where you're just dependent on the size of transaction fees and such. So I just kind of wanted to explain that so you know the difference between the two and between Monero and XMR and other coins like that. So there's always going to be some motivation to mine Monero or XMR, even with old equipment, new equipment, or even once it hits its total 18 million mark. You're still going to want to mine it because there's going to be some motivation behind it because your reward's still going to be there. So the mining software you want to use to mine Monero or XMR is XMRig, and this is mainly a CPU miner, but it can also be used as a GPU miner, so you kind of get the best of both worlds in one. You can go ahead and use their wizard to set up like a config file just in case you want to specifically use your CPU or GPU. but I'm just going to show you how to download this and get it set up and running on a CPU. For my sake, I don't have like a GPU running anyways, so it's just easier to show you the CPU end of things. And anyways, if you do run it just the default way that I'm going to show you, it should pick up both your CPU and GPU if you want to try to get the best profitability. So once you're on the website here at xmrig.com, I'll post a link in the description. Once you're here, it's going to bring you to the home page here, and all you're going to want to do is click download. And then once it brings you to the download here, it's going to give you the Windows version. Obviously, you could select whichever version that you do need for whatever operating system. But since I'm on Windows, I'm going to do the Windows version here. So just click on that. And this software is a cryptocurrency miner. It could be flagged by your antivirus, just like I mentioned in all my other videos. So you can click I understand, show the link, and your antivirus just might pick it up. It hasn't for me yet. So once you click here, you can just click download, and it will automatically download. I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to download it yet again. You can click this button and it will automatically do it, or you can go directly to the link if you want through the GitHub, just to double check things if you are that tech savvy. But once you have it downloaded, you just want to go to your downloads folder, and it's going to be in the zip folder here. And all you do is click right click and then 7-zip or WinRAR, whichever one you want to use. And then you click extract to and then the name of the folder. Then once it's extracted, depending, your antivirus might pick it up. You have to add it as an exclusion. I haven't had to yet, and I've even ran it myself just to test it before this tutorial, and it hasn't picked up at all. So it seems like it could be verified or signed by now, because even with a while back, NiceHash only allowed like certain like verified miners and all that on there, and XMrig was on there. So I believe it is signed and everything like that. So once you do have it extracted, you want to double click into the folder, double click again. It's going to bring you all these different files. Which one I focus on is the pool mine example. This is going to be your straightforward bat file, just to get you up and running so you can mine to the pool, either it be with your CPU or GPU. You can go into like the config file, and like I said, you can use the wizard, and that will be more in depth and probably allow it so you could choose between CPU and GPU. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to show you how to get it up and running. And then if you want to go any further with that, you can go ahead and look more into that yourself if you feel. So all you do is click right click on the pool mine example. If you want to do a pool, you can do this with the solo as well. So you right click and click edit, and it should open with Notepad or whatever software you do have. And there's going to be a lot of this mumbo jumbo at the top here. You just want to highlight all of it here and backspace it, just like we've done in our previous videos. And this is going to give you your command line, and it's going to have your pool address, your wallet address, and your password, just as usual, just like most softwares. And then so we have to now go on to selecting a pool to mine for Monero or XMR, whichever you want to call it. Miners, if you go to here, there's going to be a pool for Monero. It should be right here. So you click on that, and it'll pull up here. So if you prefer hero miners, because I've used that in previous videos, you can go ahead and set up with that. So we're actually going to do this with the hero miners pool. I was having a little bit of trouble with the P2 pool, or whatever it's called. There's multiple pools for Monero just because it's been around for so long. There's direct pools just for Monero, and then there's ones like this where it's kind of multiple pools. But we're going to focus on using hero miners, as usually it's an easy setup to get going. Now, it's not as active as other pools may be. So as you see here, if you scroll down to pool mining, it's going to give you the hash rate, connected miners, when a block is found. So roughly a block's found every 3 days estimated, but the last one was about 8 hours ago. And that's when you're going to get your actual payout, because like that's when your effort and everything is calculated. The minimum payout here is 0.001. So there are other pools that do have a lower payout. So it all depends on your machine and how you want to go about getting paid out and how often and things like that. So all we do is, once you're on the monero.herominers.com, you just want to click start, and that's going to, like I said, bring you over to your mining server. So for example, I'm in Canada here, so you just want to highlight this one here and click copy, and then you want to open up the command file we've been working on here. And then what we can do is paste that address right there, right after the -O. And then once you do that, you want to go to wherever the starting difficulty is. I usually just use this one because it's not for NiceHash. The other one's meant for like NiceHash. So all you do is select the port 1111, and then we go to here, and then after the colons, you just put the port number right there. And then you just want to scroll down a bit, and then you just want to see, just to make sure that you're doing it right here. Here is the actual like command file that you need. Now it's nothing like crazy or anything, it's just like the one we're doing here. So and then for the username, after you want to put your Monero address. I don't have one, so I'm just going to leave it like that for the example. So whatever wallet you're using, there's multiple wallets. You can check on the Monero website. They even have their own blockchain wallet. And then you get your address and then you paste it right into there. And then for password, as you see down here, it says use your worker name. So whatever you're going to use your like name for it. So CPU miner, for example, like that. And then that will give you your worker name. So when you are checking your stats, it will tell you that it's this rig, the one that you did name, is doing the work and you're getting paid out and things like that. So it's easy to keep track if you have multiple ones. And then the algorithm, I'm not sure if you have to put this or not. So I don't believe so, but we'll just quickly highlight it here. Copy it just because it says to in this command file, and we'll paste it right after just like that. And what that's doing is saying the algorithm is random X, even though it's already kind of set as a default thing. It's just certain pools sometimes require it just so the pool knows that you are mining random X or Monero or XMR or whatever algorithm that you are mining. And all you want to do is click File Save, and that's going to save that. And then like I said, this is not my actual Monero address, it's just the one that came with it. Then all you're going to do is double click on it, and it should pop up and start running just like how it is here. And then as you see, I don't have like the GPU part set up. This is just for CPU. So as you see, I just have my i5 running, and it says right down here, OpenCL and CUDA is disabled. So you have to find a way to actually enable the OpenCL or CUDA. There might be different versions, or that might be in the actual config itself. So yeah, that's pretty much how you mine Monero, and it's the easiest coin to like mine at home. Like I've said at the start of this video, it's the most efficient even for older computers, older CPUs, older GPUs. I'm not saying like 2 GB, but if you have older 3 GB cards and things like that, and just even dual core CPUs or old laptops, Monero is probably going to be your easiest and best route to go. And depending on, obviously, of course, your hydro rates and such, you can use a calculator at MinerStat or mining I don't know, there's a few different websites you can use to punch in all your information to see if you actually turn a profit. And I'll post a link in the description for all that so you guys can check that out. Hopefully this tutorial wasn't too confusing. I know I kind of switched pools partway through, but like I said, I was having a little bit of trouble with P2 pool, getting it set up before the tutorial and stuff, so I figured just to use hero miners. But there's a ton of different pools out there, as you know, even from my other videos. There's just many ways to go ahead and get access to mine this. And then once you are mining, if you're using hero miners here, you just want to scroll up, and once you get like a few accepted shares, you go to the home page here, and then you scroll down, and then you can put your wallet address right in here, and you click look up, and that will give you your current status, obviously on what your profits are, your mining, your payouts, things like that, just like a normal pool. And also they have an estimated mining profits. So if you do end up having hashes, kilohashes, mega hashes, I have 1300 hashes, I believe, with my server. So obviously it's nothing crazy I'm going to be making. I believe it's that. Don't like quote me on that. But as you see, daily I get 0.000204 XMR, then weekly, then monthly. So, and that's just with my virtual server. That's not with this home computer I have here. So keep that in mind, because I don't mine at home anymore. I do mine all virtually. So everyone's profits are going to be different. I don't have to pay hydro because, like I said, I use my virtual servers here like I've done in my past tutorial there. I briefly explained that, and you guys can do that as well if you want, depending on your situation, your hydro rates, and if it's worth it for you. Because some people pay a whole bunch in hydro, where if you just pay like $20 a month for a server, it just gets you mining at least and gets you learning. And as I always say, knowledge is power. But yeah, like I said, you just paste your address down here, and that will bring up your stats. And then this is the calculator. I've always used hero miners even for conceal. I've used it for flux. It's a pretty solid pool. You always get your payouts when it says, whenever you do hit your minimum payout, you can always change it too. And they also have a solo mining option, so if you have a bunch of rigs, a bunch of powerful ones at that too, you can do solo as an option as well. So overall, I find Hero Miners is a solid pool in that aspect. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I hope this audio quality was a little bit better. I got a whole new mic setup and things. I'm still learning how to use it because there's a whole soundboard and things like that. So like I said in my post on my YouTube channel, I'm bringing in better quality products and stuff to make better quality videos. I'll probably post a picture of my whole setup here just so you guys can see like the mic and the soundboard and things like that. But I'm slowly expanding, my whole setup and making things better to bring better quality content for you guys. But like I said, if you did enjoy, make sure to smash that subscribe button and smash that like button. It lets me know you're all enjoying the tutorials and just my channel overall and the content I'm bringing. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and this is Krebsy Crypto signing out.